OpenAI's newest agent product is not really about smarter agents. It is about who is allowed to trust them. This is depth and signal. The AI story this cycle is not one model beating another model by a sliver on a chart. The useful pattern is much more practical. AI is moving into places where mistakes have owners. Support calls, health conversations, public content, production APIs. Once AI touches those systems, intelligence is only half the product. The other half is control. OpenAI announced Presence this week, and the name sounds like a calm enterprise software feature because, apparently, even the agent era needs a blazer. But the interesting part is not the branding. Presence is OpenAI's product for putting AI agents into real customer and internal workflows. It is available for voice and chat agents, but only through a limited general availability program for eligible enterprise customers. It is not self-serve. That detail matters. This is not click here, ship an agent by lunch. Presence is closer to a managed deployment product. OpenAI says it brings together policies, standard operating procedures, guardrails, approved actions, simulations, evaluation tools, and a codex-powered improvement loop. In plain English, the agent does not just answer. It gets a job, a boundary, a permission set, and an escalation path. OpenAI describes each deployment as workflow-specific. A company decides what knowledge the agent can access, what systems it can touch, what actions require approval, and when a human should take over. After launch, production sessions and escalations show where the agent is failing or where the business has changed. Then, updates can be tested and approved before they reach users. That is the real signal. The industry spent the last 2 years asking, can agents work? Enterprises are asking the less glamorous question. Can we make them reliable enough that someone will sign off on them? OpenAI also says Presence powers its own English-language phone support channel and claims it resolves 75% of inbound issues without human assistance. Treat that number carefully. It is OpenAI's own metric, not an independent benchmark. Same for the claimed reduction in human handoffs. The scriptable fact is narrower and stronger. OpenAI is packaging the control plane around enterprise agents. Policies, evals, approved tools, human escalation, and post-launch change management are now part of the product surface. For builders, this is the part that affects you. If you are building an agent company, the moat may not be the chat bubble. It may be the boring machinery around the chat bubble: permissions, audit trails, test suites, failure handling, and integration work. For buyers, this is also the checklist. A useful agent is not just one that gets the right answer in a demo. It is one that knows when not to act, when to ask, when to escalate, and when a policy changed last Tuesday. The open question is whether this becomes a general product or stays a high-touch enterprise service with a product label. Presence is limited. GA deployed with OpenAI forward-deployed engineers and systems integrators. That is not a small implementation detail. It tells you how hard production agents still are. What to watch next? Pricing, self-serve availability, independently checkable customer results, and whether Anthropic, Google, Microsoft, or the big integrators answer with their own agent control layers. The same control problem gets more personal with ChatGPT Health. OpenAI launched Health in ChatGPT for logged-in U.S. users 18 and older on web and iOS across free, Go, Plus, and Pro plans. Users can connect Apple Health and supported medical records, then let ChatGPT use that context in health conversations. The pitch is obvious. Health information is scattered across portals, wearables, apps, lab results, and half-remembered doctor's notes. If ChatGPT can pull that context together, it can help a user understand what changed, prepare better questions, or compare a new result with older records. But the risk is just as obvious. The more personal the answer feels, the easier it is to over-trust. OpenAI says connected medical records and Apple Health information, plus conversations that use that data, are not used to train foundation models or target ads. It also says ChatGPT asks before using connected health information by default, and users can disconnect sources. Those controls matter. They are also not the whole safety story. OpenAI says ChatGPT can still make mistakes and does not replace qualified medical professionals. Its general terms also warn that outputs may not be accurate and should not be used as a sole source of truth or substitute for professional advice. So the useful read is not AI doctor arrives. Please do not put that on a thumbnail unless you enjoy being wrong in public. The useful read is that high-risk personalization is becoming mainstream. The product value comes from context. The product risk comes from that same context. Watch whether OpenAI can make the boundary visible, when the system should explain, when it should ask for missing information, and when it should tell the user to get professional care. Europe's version of the same story is less product launch, more calendar reminder with legal consequences. The European Commission published guidance for AI Act transparency obligations, and those obligations start applying on the 2nd of August 2026. The headline is simple. People should know when they are interacting with AI, or when content has been generated or altered by AI. The details are where builders need to pay attention. Providers of AI systems that directly interact with people must design those systems so users are informed they are interacting with AI, unless that is obvious. Providers of generative AI systems must add machine-readable marks to AI-generated or manipulated content, with exceptions and context-specific limits. Deployers have their own duties. They may need to inform people exposed to emotion recognition or biometric categorization systems. They may need to clearly label deepfakes. And certain AI-generated public interest text has labeling rules, with an important exemption when there is real human review or editorial control. This is not just a legal department story. It is a product design story. If you are building an AI agent, avatar, media tool, synthetic content workflow, or public information product, disclosure cannot be an afterthought buried in a policy page. It has to live in the interface, the output, or the workflow. The caveat: guidance is not enforcement. Do not read the 2nd of August as the fines begin at dawn. The accurate claim is that the obligations begin applying, and the Commission has now clarified scope, examples, and compliance paths. What to watch next is implementation. Machine-readable marks are easy to say and harder to make robust. Deepfake labels are easy in obvious cases and messy in creative or edited work. And every founder with EU exposure now gets to learn the difference between a provider and a deployer. A thrilling summer activity. Now the control problem moves down into the infrastructure. AMD and Cerebras announced a technical partnership for disaggregated AI inference. The short version? AMD Helios systems handle high-throughput prompt processing and large context windows, while Cerebras's wafer-scale engine accelerates decode and token generation. Translation? Not every part of an AI response stresses the same hardware. Long prompts and large context windows are one kind of workload. Fast token generation is another. If agents, copilots, and real-time systems need lower latency and more predictable cost, the infrastructure may split the job across specialized systems. That is why this is more interesting than a standard chip partnership. The point is not AMD beats NVIDIA or Cerebras wins inference. The point is that production AI is getting granular. Workloads are being carved up by latency, throughput, context length, cost, and scale. The companies say the joint solution is expected to be available first through Cerebras Cloud in the second half of 2026. They also claim up to 5 times higher tokens per second per watt. But that figure should be handled as a vendor-modeled claim. It is based on AMD and Cerebras modeling, not neutral production data. Still, the direction is clear. If AI products are going to run more agent calls, longer contexts, and more real-time interactions, infrastructure has to become more workload aware. The next proof point is not a press release. It is whether Cerebras Cloud ships the joint offering, whether customers disclose real workloads, and whether independent latency and cost data appears. Quick hit. The FTC's AI accuracy story is not new today, but it is still live. The release is dated the 1st of July, and comments are open until the 31st of July. The agency is seeking comment on a proposed policy statement about AI companies allegedly steering outputs against consumer expectations for objectivity and accuracy. Important status language. Proposed policy statement. Not a rule, not an enforcement action, not a court ruling. Still, the theory matters. If a company markets an AI system as accurate, objective, or suitable for serious tasks, output steering may become part of the legal risk. Second quick hit. Runway launched Media Router inside Runway Dev. It selects video, image, or audio models based on the request, the model's capabilities, and preferences like cost, quality, and latency. Teams can set price caps, allow lists, deny lists, and dry run a routing decision. Runway calls it the first router for generative media. Treat first as vendor framing. The confirmed story is enough. Media models are getting too crowded to handpick forever. The model layer is becoming interchangeable. The orchestration layer is where the product compounds. The pattern this cycle is not subtle. AI is leaving the demo room. OpenAI Presence turns agents into managed deployments. ChatGPT Health brings personal data and medical boundaries into the same consumer chat surface. Europe is turning transparency into an implementation deadline, while the FTC is testing how accuracy claims might become consumer protection risk. Underneath it all, AMD, Cerebras, and Runway are trying to route work through whatever system is cheapest, fastest, or safest for the job. The old question was whether AI could do the task. The new question is, who controls it when it does? That is the shift to watch. Not just smarter models, but controlled systems. If this was useful, subscribe to Depth and Signal. We will keep separating what changed from what merely launched.